You can't expect your sales reps to do the actions that you want them to do correctly if you don't tell them how to do it. Imagine you get you order furniture and it gives you an instruction on how to build that thing, and that's why you're able to build it, because it shows you with pictures on how to do that thing. Imagine they just send you a box with a bunch of screws and wood and they don't tell you what to put where. Well, then you sit there and you figure out how to do it, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to be wrong, and it's definitely not going to be repeatable. And so this is why we write these. So you have a booking appointments thing, pre-call SOP on how to prepare and research, post-call SOP, how do you send proposals, right? How do you follow up with people? No-show SOP, what do you do when a prospect no-shows? What's the step-by-step? Have them to the CRM, move the stage, send a reminder, what do you do? And you might, I'm going to really make this point clear because a lot of people do this wrong, or they don't see the importance of this. Imagine you have 5 sales reps, and each one does something else when a person no-shows. And each one has a different process when it comes to booking appointments. What's going to happen? Everyone has a different conversion rate, a different booking rate for no-shows. It's all different, which means if you scale, you're scaling 5 things at once instead of 1, which means your problem's 50x for no reason. Okay? And the quality of your SOP will determine the human error rate, so how often people will actually make mistakes, and therefore the scalability of the business. And here's a checklist to make SOPs bulletproof. You write down every step in detail, even if it sounds self-explanatory. Things that you think are obvious might not be obvious to someone who's only done it 3 times. You built the system probably. They didn't. Okay? So that's why you need to write down every step you take. So you go through the ideal process yourself once and you write down every single little step. Every button you click. If the button has a drop down, you say that you click the drop down, not the button itself, and so on and so forth. You go really in depth. And then you make 1 document per SOP. So 1 document for each of these. And then you link a video, so a Loom, at the top showing how you do it. So it's not just text, it's also a video showing the exact process. And you better follow the text. If the 2 don't match, you're just going to confuse everyone. And then you just make an SOP hub, which with per function/department, where you link all the documents on how to do certain actions. And then you make it part of your culture to always stick to SOPs. And making it part of the culture means in team meetings praising people who stick to it. That doesn't mean roasting people in front of everyone else if they don't, but you just make it a positive experience for someone who did follow the thing exactly to how it's written. Because humans like praise, that's just a tendency we have. So if we see other people doing well and getting praise from someone they see as superior, they want to automatically do the same thing. And this is how you build culture, all right? And if you don't know which SOPs to write, you simply go through your entire sales process from start to finish on your own, and you document every step, from finding prospect lists all the way up to signing an agreement. Document every step. I don't care how long it is. You need to do this. And then you figure out which parts need to be done by a human, and then you get to writing. And by the way, AI functions just like a human. If you don't give AI a proper SOP, then it's not going to know what to do. So what you can do if you document the whole sales process step by step is you can figure out which of these things you can automate, and then you give the AI a skill, which is basically your SOP document, just not given to a human, but given to an AI. And that's how this whole thing works. Your prompts suck because you don't give them clear step-by-step explanations that can't be messed up. If you go detailed and you say, well, the human needs this so because he doesn't know which button to press, but you think AI somehow does know. It doesn't. It's the same as a human. Which is why you need to get extremely detailed with your SOPs.